First maple coming out. Beginnings of tree ferns, begonias. Plastic tree with lights. Jonquils. Maple not out yet. I think that's a prickly pear. Let's hope it doesn't escape. Baby maples. Under construction. Yesterday, today and tomorrow. Begonia. Orchid. Electric waterfall. Orchid. Sweet William. All of these are Daphne, surrounded by violets, apricots, assuming the birds don't eat them all. Million of blossoms, apricots. You missed a Daphne. More begonia. Port wine magnolia. There's another one. They're two different ones though. Dahlia on the way up. Red frangipani. Rhododendron. Oh yeah, it's a big one. Tree ferns everywhere. Calendulas. Standard ordinary frangipani. That's prunus, like a plum. These were spectacular this year. Need weeding. Violets everywhere. That's a tulip tree. Just beginning to show. Calendula. Pretty spectacular. Maple. Those are all dahlias in there. And down here, all dahlias, daffodils, liliums. Can't wait to see that. That's a rhododendron. No prizes for guessing that. Tree ferns coming. Azalea. That one was here when I got here. Nothing else was though. That is a very special white waratah. Rhododendron. Or spectacular daffodils. Fancy red maple, not doing well. That's another maple. Ooh. No, I can't see it there somewhere. Should be red with fine leaves. Various flowers, dahlias, marigolds, etc, etc, etc. That's a tibicina. That's a ground cover one. It's the most deepest purple when you see it. More azaleas. There's the spectacular white rhododendron. More azaleas. All sorts of flowers and things coming up. Another flowering plum. Azaleas everywhere. Another rhododendron. Tree ferns. That'll be lovely when they're bigger. The bananas won't die. To take my axe to them again. Start to come along. That's another fine leaf maple. Just beginning to show. Make that out. Just starting. That's just ferns, liliums, Asiatic lilies, some sort of daisy thing. Rhododendron. Again. More. Those are Christmas lilies, I think. Tree ferns. Violets everywhere. Great ground cover. Free! Love free. Free is always good. Black mulberry. Covered with mulberries. Quite where the song comes from, I don't know. Fruit will be a little while away yet. Lemonade. Lemon. Orange. Lime. Tangerine. And down there is a mandarin. This monstrosity here is an Illawarra flame tree. It's not very happy. It's on its way out. So, underneath of it is a paulownia. It makes beautiful big purple flowers eventually. Rhododendron coming. The rest of the tree looks a bit sick. More liliums. That is a pomegranate. Might even fruit one day. Another flowering plum. More azaleas. Everywhere azaleas. And they did well this year too. We had good rain. That there is a weeping silver birch. Not all that spectacular really. Down here we have Brugmansia. That's like a red and orange tube thing. That's a bigger one, different colour. We call them an angel flower. Deadly toxic. That's the variegated one. That has a cream coloured trumpet. Of course there aren't any on it for the film. That's my sick flame tree. It's a shame really. Another azalea. Hippeastrum. Hippeastrums everywhere. And sneaking in there is another begonia. Weeping maple. Bit of dieback in it this year, I'm a bit worried. Those are belladonna lilies. That is a mango tree. Biggest mango so far, about the size of a peanut. dianthus or whatever that is, something like that. That is another rhododendron coming up to flower. Fancy schmancy scented geranium, which is very pretty really. Doesn't look like it's in focus. What's going on? Peach tree. I will have peaches one day if it kills me. More azaleas. Lots of azaleas. Other nectarines. I always get fruit from the nectarines. The birds missed that one. More tree ferns. This is a relatively new garden. Be a while before it takes. That is a locust tree. That is a flowering something. I hope it's not dead. It's not looking that great. This is also full of dahlias, marigolds, many things. More Daphne, all from cuttings. That is a very fancy schmancy frangipani, the tropical orange one, and underneath of it the peony rose. Two more opposites you couldn't have. Bird's nest ferns, another frangipani, soon, very soon. Ferns everywhere, clivias, well there will be, more ferns, best maple so far. I don't know what that is, but it's pretty. It has white flower with balls. Fuchsia, very healthy tree fern. Camellia, underway. Smurfette. Clivias all along here, surrounded by violets, more smurfs. More ferns, camellia, that was spectacular. That's a rock orchid, remains to be seen what becomes of it. Coffee, oh yes, coffee plant. For munching coffee. Don't know what that is, but it has been in flower for 6 weeks. Clivia, more tree ferns. That's a red cedar growing there. There are also New Guinea impatiens, etc., etc., etc. White camellia, isn't that spectacular? And this is what lots of people grow indoors. Cool. Tree fern. Lots of them. Coffee. Happy plant. Another camellia. Trees, ferns, blah blah blah. White Madeirans geranium will have an enormous flower spike. Christmas lily. That is a hibiscus, that's a pink one. Maple. Severed bird's nest. Looks like I've saved it. It's coming back to life. Clivia seeds. Those are pink and red daisy things, and underneath of them miniature dahlias. Should be gorgeous when they all flower. Maple. Hibiscus, that one is white. Maybush. Not quite sure why it's a maybush, but it is. Spotted gum. Oh yes, it's 100 feet tall. More clivias, more of that stuff. Maple not out yet. That was a pink camellia. It's in the wrong place. Maple. Red hibiscus just beginning. Wow, pink. Pinkish. More maples, ferns, another Bugmansia, banana. We should get a fruit off that this year. Its twin had one last year. Tree fern growing. I wish these things had flowers so I could show you. Nearly pink. Rhododendron. Isn't that something? Those are poinsettias, yellow and red. They're over with. As you can see, poinsettia. Camellia. Mailbox. Yellow hibiscus. For the life of me, I've forgotten what this is. Magnolia. Just gorgeous. More clivias. Dutch iris. No, iris. Struggling banana. That's another purple rhododendron. Needs a bit of work. It's not happy. That is a hibiscus of sorts, but it's not very happy. It's got life in it. Well, remains to be seen. Agapanthus. Giant blue balls. And in the pots, more dahlias, giant dahlias. Burrowang. That's a cycad. White mulberry. Never makes a mulberry worth a damn. It's got them on it, but you never see them. Blue flowery stuff. That's a real plum tree. It actually has plums till the birds find it. That's another magnolia. Those are black arums. First year they probably won't flower. More Daphne, what do you call it? Hippeastrums. Little blue flowers. Red ginger. It's getting cold. More hibiscus. See the colour of that one. It's another hibiscus, different colour again. Banana. That is ginkgo biloba tree. It's not out yet, of course. More ferns. That's another light pink frilly hibiscus. This one never does much. I don't like the colour of that one anyway. Don't know what that is, but it's growing like mad. Potted fern, more dahlias. That is a white cedar. Grew all by itself. It's pretty enough. Should have flowers one day. Clivias. Maybush from the other side. Little bench for getting eaten by mosquitoes. There's a maple in that pot. More hibiscus. This one is red. I laid each one of these blasted pavers. And finally there's getting a bit of colour down there. Look at that. Bromeliad. This one is another one. Different flower again. Those are burrowangs in the pots. Spotted gum. And there's my street. You can see where my mowing is and nobody else does. Polyanthus and another Brugmansia. Burrowang. Clivias, bananas, dahlias, azaleas, rhododendrons. You name it, it's in there. More bromeliads. Chinese lanterns. What else you got? That's the Chinese lantern. It's coming. Sickly banana. No light, but it grows. See how big those trees are. These are I forget. Coral tree. They have the biggest, brightest, reddest flower you've ever seen. They also have the biggest thorns you've ever seen. More azaleas. That's a white Brugmansia. So, not many flowers to see. Bird of paradise over the back there. Rhododendron. Azaleas absolutely everywhere. Calla lily on the rise. More of them. Begonias, etc, etc, etc. There's another rhododendron just coming up. The birds love it here. There was nothing here when I started, just rubbish. That is a peach Chinese lantern. Easter Island head, mushrooms, clivias, blah blah blah. Bird of paradise in flower. Bird bath, pretty festy. More bananas. The pots aren't doing much yet. Not much to see. Clivias go all the way up. That's a white magnolia. It has flowered. It's not doing it again this year though. It's a jacaranda behind it, but I'm trying to kill it. Different kind of clivias, bigger flower. Well, I don't know if you can pick the difference between that and that. Frangipani, not frangipanis, hibiscus. Something's been eating them. Pathway under construction. Slow work, hard ground. Maple. That's another white cedar. Maple. Red cedar. This is a native hibiscus. Has a big yellow flower, very thorny, prickly. My clock tower. This is famous because of where it is. You can see it all the way up the road, and as you can see, it is nearly 3 o'clock. Difficult to walk and focus. You should try mowing in there. It's getting cold. We're going to have storm. Spring has not yet sprung. Those are all camellias, tree ferns. There's the house way up there. That's another white brugmansia. There's a single flower on it, which I'll try and capture. It's just about impossible. Yeah, white brugmansia.